doing well a very special testing. Now this is Realm. It's being sold right now at Garden Remedies. We've been able to find it. Few different strains, very all tasty. They have one like Caffeine Dream and Kahlua and a bunch of Blue Dream and Coffee Cube crosses and different crosses. This one's a little bit different and I really like it. It is Island Queen, and it was a Queen Sangria times Tropicana cookies. Amazing, amazing taste, smell. I mean, everything. Let's open one of these. Let's take a look at one of the nugs. I mean, these things are great looking. Really good. Um, and overall, boasting a TACA of 27.91, Delta 9.81, CBCA 0.49, Delta 8, TAC, Delta CV, all the other cannabinoids not really tested and undetected. Total attack would be 29.21. We rolled one up. Let's spark it up. Let's see how it does. I'm guessing this is going to be on the sativa side with both of those parent strains. But who knows? Almost, almost. Wow, it lives up to the name. Very fruity, very very fruity. You can really taste the Queen Sangria's fruit side, similar to the Royal Fruit Snacks. If you guys tried that, but then you're getting this burst of citrus coming out of those Trop cookies. And that's just an amazing flavor. I'm a big fan of Tropicana cookies. I think it's a great strain. It's a nice sativa leaning. It gives good effects, good mental boost, not too tiring, um, and very tasty. I have to say, Realm has done a really good job putting out these new strains, and really look forward to seeing what they are gonna go with that. And it's all basically terpene lines. How does it smell? How does it taste? How does it make you feel? This is good for you, kind of a thing. It's a little bit different than your normal, crosses, because some of them are like the same but different, like Blue Dream times Coffee Cube, but there'll be different cuts of the Coffee Cube, and that will change the whole, strain into a whole different experience. But we've done reviews on a few of them, and like I said, Caffeine Dream was really, really good. And that's the Blue Dream Cross, and it was more on the sativa side. Um, Another one though, like I said, is that I really liked is the Royal Fruit Snacks. Very tasty. Now we get that, and we upgrade a little bit more, and you get the Island Queen, and that is what we are smoking on now. Already, I can tell you, a nice head effect, heady high. Um, it's good for that. Which I figured it would be, just because it is with all those sativas. Also good for like appetite, nausea, anxiety. I say it is good for anxiety because I believe on the sativas, a lot of them, as long as they're not too racy or too much energy, they will take your mind out from what you're doing and kind of just bring it back to something a little different so you're not anxious. Does it always work? No. But I feel it does work more than indicas, where indicas make you kind of tired and sleepy, and it's cool if it's nighttime. You're gonna relax and go to bed. But if it's not, you're kind of stuck in this kind of a slump where you're like you really can't move, but your mind's still anxious, and it's just not a fun time. So for that, I do primarily smoke sativa strains or sativa leaning hybrids. There is a few obviously indicas that I mess with or indica leaning. I mean, I'm a big gelato fan. All of the gelato kind of lineages and strains that come out of that. Gelato 33, do wonders. And there's a bunch of other strains too, indicas. But for the most part, I do like the sativa. Kind of the creativity, the kind of gets you out of your head a little bit, out of your mind, one might say. But some sativas though, then are kind of for me self-defeating. I use them very sparingly and rarely, and those are kind of something like Durban Poison or Jack Hera or somewhere that's such a strong sativa that it's almost clear-headed high that you just don't even realize that you smoke. You kind of just energized and ready to go. Sometimes it causes me more anxiety. B, it doesn't. If it doesn't give it to me, it doesn't also alleviate it. So I just don't tend to stay with it. I mean, we're about halfway from what I rolled, and this was probably about 3/4 of a gram, maybe a little bit over, a little bit less. Hard to tell. But very nice effects. Very very nice effects. Great daytime strain. Great for getting things done. Great to you know, go and do things with friends, going out, going to events. I would bring this definitely to like a wrestling event, a sporting event. It's like nice social strain, nice social buzz going on, talkative, chill, relax. But you're not wide geeked out of your mind either. A little bit drifty, I will say, but not too much. I mean, you can kind of. What I mean drifty is, I mean, where your head kind of wanders off to. This one's not too bad. Some of them are more wanderers than other, and if you don't kind of pay attention, your head will just kind of poof off into space. This you can kind of guide the tour. You can definitely zoom it out, but it's more guided. You're more, a little bit more control. Where others, you just don't. Like I said, you kind of look the other way, and all of a sudden you're thinking about something, and you're down a whole other rabbit hole. It's weird. But yeah, this is very tasty too. Again, I'm gonna give it five. I'm giving it a two thumbs up. Versace Stoner approved stream, but I have to like if you want to break it down, I have to give it a good 5 solid stars on flavor on this. On for flowers, especially for flower, just the terps are really shining through. Taste on this is just amazing. Like I said, you're getting that sweet kind of fruity, just all this fruit, and then you're getting that that rush of citrus from the Tropicana cookies. It's wild. And I'm a sucker for kind of fruity, islandy, strains, anyways. But this lives up to the name. Some of them don't. This one does. Um, and like I said, for effects, I'm giving that a five as well. I mean, disadvantage I say it is kind of cotton mouthy compared to some other strains that I've been smoking. Of course, I never bring water with me when I come on camera. I'd always forget that. But a little bit dry, but overall, great product. The bud itself is very nice, as I showed you earlier. One of the nugs, very crystally fresh. Just amazing. The smell's amazing as soon as you crack open the jar. And that's the one cool thing again about these. They come in these really nice jars with really cool artwork of like other lands and you know, exactly other lands, but other realms, might I say? Actually, that's the key, right? Realms, and they're realm, and they're bringing us to another realm, and these realms are just fantastic with wild, cool, trippy things. But yeah, new like kind of brand on the horizon. Definitely check it out if you're hitting the Garden Remedies. Check out their realm line. See what they got up in there. As far as strains, I said this one and the other one on the Royal Fruit Snacks are kind of on the fruitiest side, where the Blue Dream crosses and the Caffeine Dream rather are a little bit more more on that side of what Blue Dream tastes like, and the coffee cubes a little bit earthier. You're not getting all those fruits, but definitely excellent. Yeah. We're just about done with it now. I mean, we got a few more hits, obviously. Gonna finish it. I don't like to really save them too much. I don't do roaches. I got scolded actually the other day, by someone that said, "What the fuck? How can you be a stoner and not smoke roaches?" And it's quite simple. I don't like the taste of secondary weed. I just don't. After all the tar comes through the joint, it tastes very weird. Um, the other thing I don't like about it all is that it's not fresh anymore. It's not dry. I mean, it's dry, but it's not fresh anymore. It's got that taste, that smell that's just no good. Kind of like an old bong. Second of all, if I'm rolling something, I'm gonna smoke the whole thing. I rolled it to smoke the whole thing. There's no reason for me to not smoke the whole thing. If I didn't have time to smoke the whole thing, I wouldn't roll something that big or start smoking it. Um, there's no way I'm gonna roll something that I can't handle. Um, I mean, if you just can't finish the 1 gram joints, I don't know what to tell you, kind of thing. I mean, everybody has their tolerances, obviously, and I'm not gonna say anything about that. But for me, it's just like I just finish what I smoke. I just rather smoke the whole gram to the face. If I wanted to smoke a half gram, then I'd buy a half-gram joint or roll a smaller joint, a half-gram joint. I wouldn't roll a full-gram joint just to smoke half of it. That's just to me silly. And then I'm stuck with all these roaches that are just no good. And it's not like before, like when I first started, experimenting with cannabis as medicine and really getting into it. I never used filters on my joints. I just rolled them, like rolled them. So you would have this like kind of big kind of chunk of you can't get to it kind of smoke. That you might, if you was didn't get the finish, you might throw it in a bowl, you might save it. It was different, but this I got a filter to it. I can smoke it right. But yeah, I was surprised about the hate I got over why I don't smoke roaches. But so to each their own. Becoming a real big fan of this though, the realm cannabis. Like I said, I haven't really had a strain that I haven't liked. Um, Although if I had to rank them, I mean, this is one of my favorite next to the I like the effects of this is I like the effects of the caffeine dream, but I really like the flavor on the royal fruit snacks. The Kahlua cookies was very nice as well. I smoked that in pre-roll form. It was up there intact too. It was nice. It was relaxing. Um the one with the least effects for me anyways was Blue Brew. I didn't really care for that one too much. That would be the only one like I was just like, not the best. But for me, anyways, and like I said, these are really made like for people to like kind of like, oh, this I really like this flavor. I really like this feeling. This is one this strains for me. And it's kind of paired. That's how it was kind of explained to me, and they were like letting me smell it. Which one do you like the smell of? Which one do you think smells good? You're probably gonna like that one. So it's kind of cool in that sense. It's a little bit different than your typical kind of strains and crosses again, kind of being redundant, but yes. Just how, like I said, the two blue dreams, the blue brew and the caffeine dream, they're very similar, and they both have the same lineage, except the cuts on the coffee cubed, different cuts, and with those make a whole different experience. It was wild. But we're just about done with this one. I'm definitely gonna be a fan favorite on this one. Like I said, definitely favorites. One of my favorite strains now will be this. I do get strain lock easily, so I don't stay on the same strain. I kind of bounce around between ones I like, but this is definitely up there again. Full and full effects, kind of, nice, chill, talkative, high, getting rid of that social anxiety, getting rid of, a lot of that, just awkwardness some people feel or just whatever it is. Feeling very free. Body's feeling nice. Not a lot of inflammation right now. Not a lot of pain. And it's very muggy out today, and it was kind of bothering me this morning. Today it's kind of nice. Right now. Um, Head effects very heady, like I said, almost to a headband effect, but it is nice. It is cerebral, but it is functionally cerebral. I'm gonna be able to do something creative. I'm not gonna just sit there kind of stone watching like cartoons or something silly or a funny movie. It's a functioning high. You definitely can do stuff on it. While it might not be the most, um, you know, full steam go ahead strain, it's definitely is, something that can motivate and mood boost. Um, and for that reason alone, I'll use it almost probably any time of day because I don't, sativas, while they do give me energy, don't tend to keep me up. At night after a certain point, I'm just going to bed. It doesn't really matter. But I think we're just about done. We are. Very good again. Two thumbs up for the Island Queen by Realms. You can get it now, right now, at Garden Remedies. Go down there, check it out. It's worth the buy. It is worth it. Good strains, good flavors, good terps. Hope everybody's enjoyed the video. Please thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of reviews. We got a lot of other stuff coming up. We got interviews. If you're into the world of wrestling, got a lot of stuff coming up with that as well. Interviewing some cool dudes. It's gonna be fun. Stay tuned for